Zeph's shit. You can't talk. Maddie, Zeph can't talk, I don't think, can he? No. Did you? Okay, there he is, okay.
Okay, cool.
Yay! I exist!
I'm going to Hawaii, yay, going to Hawaii. Yeah, no, I'm actually, well, I am retarded, but not that retarded.
I'm shilling this on Gab, Minds, and on the Twatters. If anybody follows me on there, please share it, follow it, retweet it, whatever. Yeah, stuff. Let's shill the shit. Remember, you know, you chill all over the place because stuff. I'm good at this. I'm helping. OBS mic settings. Add your mic when you talk. Is there a little bar that moves?
Oh, I had myself muted.
Dumbass! God damn.
Dumbass.
So start that over again, Maddie.
Alright, so, for those of you that are wondering, no, I did not pull a Halloween prank. Xfinity lied about when they were going to cut off our internet because we've been having financial issues, and instead of cutting it off on the 5th, they cut it off on the 1st. So, sorry for everybody that we, you know, worried the shit out of, but that's what happened. And, this morning we have a Neok, a Rhetorical, hey Tranime, we have a Numbskull, a Panina Chan, a Mitch, a Nidge has joined us this morning, and we have a Hunley, and you guys should be able to hear me now that I have, you know, unmuted myself because I'm an OBS idiot. So that pretty much explains everything. And I am on with Liz and Zeph this morning, so those are the two guests on Friday. So there you have it, and we've got the dog is rather hyper this morning. I'm sure you can see him on the Newshound cam.
Yes, vicious animal. I'm being
the
mauled.
The ever vicious, you know.
I'm being mauled.
Because pit bulls are just violent, horrible creatures.
Yes, Mm-hmm.
Yes, especially when he wakes up and he gets a whole steak biscuit all to himself.
Yes. I mean, and for that, you can't accuse me of being the only one that spoils a dog anymore.
He's worth it.
I'm just saying.
He's worth it. Once a week, he's worth a treat.
I am feeling better, but until the weather, Trainer McGirl, evens out, my bronchitis is going to be, you know, on the back burner until it goes, oh, another dramatic weather change. Guess what? You can't breathe today. For those of you that are wondering why I typed Movember, that is not a typo. November is Men's Health Awareness Month. So, I am going to constantly be a reminder, however annoying that may be to some people, feminists, by providing the date on top of my Monday through Friday broadcast and finding little reminders for men along the way for them to get checkups and so on and so forth, and little stats along the bottom underneath the date. Because men's health is very important, and sometimes men forget to take care of themselves, and they need to be reminded to do things like eat. Isn't that right, Ronan?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm sure you don't.
Men's Health Awareness Month and everything. Remember, it's that time of year. It's that time to remember, you know, all of your anal probings. In case you don't know what that's like and everything, just ask the gray cigar-smoking, well-tailored, you know, alien in the chat.
It's all for pure science. I guarantee it. It's totally not sexual in nature.
Your hobbies really need to change, dear. Like, seriously. The corpses are starting to smell.
I can only dig so many graves and everything. I'm running out of spots to hide the bodies. And then at Zep, we need to find a new location.
This has been getting a little real, dear.
Look, I suggested just dropping them in the desert, you know, because you know that's close by. But no, we got to cover these up.
Right? Exactly. So yeah, Nidge said, let me see. What? Men have a month? Sexist. Yes, here on the Morning Brew, we promote misogyny because we practice our soggy knees daily. Because we believe men are as important as women, unlike a certain, you know, group of people, feminists. So, you know, there's that. So let me go ahead and cut these things. I always do this out loud.
Coffee, saving lives since 1967.
Since 1962. Wait, what? I have no idea what's going on.
Morning, Jason. Now let's roll this intro and get the news started, shall we? Because we're ever so fancy on this show.
Yeah. Thank you again, AeroCorp, for building that for you in the first place.
Yes, for those of you that are
I don't see the intro.
It'll show up. It's delayed. All right, here we go. We got the weather.
Very active weather in the Pacific Northwest and Northern Rockies, where heavy mountain snow and valley rain
there it is.
continue into the weekend. Yet very warm southern plains into parts of the southeast. In fact, record highs potentially in parts of Texas on Friday. I'm meteorologist Christine Clark. Yes, we're almost to the weekend here, but a very lazy front is draped across the country. It's in the form of a cold front. Moving offshore in the northeast for now. Could bring a few light showers to parts of southern New England, Long Island.
I'm trying to listen.
Rain mainly confined here to parts of the Ohio, Tennessee Valley, mid-Mississippi Valley. The western extent of this front has stalled here across the northwest. The Intermountain West in particular here, and with colder air moving on the back side of that front, combined with upper level energy, I mean, we're talking heavy snow here for the Bitterroot Range, parts of the Northern Rockies, the Cascades, Friday into the weekend. As that front slowly begins to sag south, that also brings about heavy rain for parts of Northern California, which could cause some localized flooding, especially in those burn scar areas in the Northern California area, and even the Sierras, picking up on snow here as we look forward to the weekend. But this front that is draped across the plains will begin to lift back north, allowing warmer conditions in some parts of the plains by the weekend. Heaviest snow, Cascades, the Bitterroot Range, Northern Rockies. We could easily see over a foot in some of the higher terrain here over the next 3 days. Heaviest rain, Northwest, over an
The
inch.
weather.
Seattle,
Look at the
Portland.
stream.
We can see even 1 to 2 inches of rain in Northern California. And again, with those recent burn scar areas, localized flooding, some mud flows are a possibility. Now, the Sierras are likely to pick up on snow anywhere above like 5,500 feet by the weekend.
My balls really, really
You can
itch.
see about a 5 to 8 inch accumulation in those higher elevations. Now here's
I
Saturday.
ever-
Notice how
I
conditions
ever-
begin to warm up because that front begins to lift north. 72 St. Louis, I mean well into the 80s in Dallas.
can't hear us, can they?
Unseasonably warm by
They can!
5 to 10 degrees.
Wait, they all heard me? My balls itching? Oh, shit.
Yes, they all heard you about your balls itching.
Look. I just have to say this and everything. When the weather girl starts talking about, fronts and things sagging to the south and everything, that reminds me of a typical morning. I get up, things are sagging south. It's time to go to work.
So the first thing we're going to talk about
Maddie.
is all the
Maddie.
information. What?
Turn your volume up and my volume down. I am so much louder than you. It's unreal. And so is Zeph.
I've got to get this stupid voice.
Go it on OBS. Do it on OBS. Turn us
I don't know, yeah.
down and you up.
Okay.
Holy shit. I think we just killed the chat. Chat's dying.
Yeah, because I can even see where
Let's see here.
theirs is like.
Problem is. Alright, let's see if that helps. Okay, so the first thing we're going to cover is what we know so far about the whole Russian thing that doesn't seem to be dying. So we've got what we know, indictments, hearings, and the Russia probe. What Mueller
You said probe.
I know, right? What Mueller or Mueller has been doing is Manafort. I actually have to make a correction to a previous newscast. Gates is not a Trump business associate. He is actually Manafort's business associate. So there is one correction there I have to make. They have been indicted on 12 counts, and this includes money laundering, acting as unregistered foreign agents, making false statements during an investigation, several charges to failing to report to bank and financial accounts, funneled payments through foreign companies to do private political work in the Ukraine. They have pled not guilty, however. Big surprise. However, the indictment doesn't mention Trump. And in a previous newscast, they said that they cannot find a connection between Manafort, Gates, and Trump. So there is always that. They are trying to find evidence, obviously, linking Trump, even though, all this stuff happened after he took office. So they're trying to allude to some sort of criminal conspiracy that has been going on since February. Manafort's lawyer said he was being a, quote, successful international consultant, unquote, in his defense, and that he needed to meddle in political foreign affairs because that is part of his work. So that is the way they're going to defend him.
I don't know about that, no.
Yeah, I don't know about that either. That sounds kind of hinky. Alright, Papadopoulos has pled guilty to lying to federal agents because he did admit to lying to the FBI while they were doing their investigation. He had contact with many Russians who said they had damning evidence on Hillary Clinton. Most of those would be emails, probably the deleted emails that none of us can find, but that's speculation on my part and not any facts I've been able to confirm. Now,
Oh, that's actually the Podesta emails, right? The WikiLeaks.
Yeah.
ones?
Yep. What Congress has been doing, they have 5 committees investigating the possible Russia collusion, and I'm going to show you those 5 just after I finish going through this article. They only hold hearings, issue reports, and propose legislation to help fix any future problems and things of that nature. Feinstein sent letters to witnesses after she had a disagreement with the Republican chairman, whose name is Senator Charles Grasslett. So they've been infighting, no surprise there. And the Senate Intelligence Committee is more, their probing investigation is more bipartisan. That particular committee is actually working with one another. And they're continuing to interview witnesses weekly for this investigation to get this out in the open and to get all this information disseminated and come to a final review. So, as we have been seeing in the news, the social media companies have been under the gun because Facebook, Twitter, and Google have admitted to Russia using their platforms to create division in 3 separate instances: immigration, gun control, and politics in general. So they have admitted that Russia has been buying ads to sway people's beliefs and issues and how they side in these particular issues that are listed here today. House investigators released Facebook posts and tweets showing the cyber intrusion. Facebook had over 3,000 ads that they turned over to the committee for review.
3,000. That's a large number.
Mm-hmm. It's a very large number.
Damn.
Yeah. Many senators are trying to put forth legislation that'll make online political ads fall under the same rules and regulations as television political ads. Because remember, those political ads are actually under a rule and a regulation that they have to follow. So they're trying to fit these self-same political ads that are online into the same regulations
Rough.
as television regulations. So we're going to see how that goes. They've also encouraged companies online to be more proactive. So we're going to be, every time they say they're encouraging them to be more proactive, I cringe a little more inside. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is shed light on other possible targets. They're turning their sights on lobbying and legal firms. The Podesta Group is one of these 3 firms that they are looking closely at, even though they haven't been charged with anything yet. So, you know, Podesta is constantly going to be in the spotlight here because he had ties to Clinton. Prosecutors are attempting to find evidence of these companies' covert work for pro-Russian Ukrainian interests because, you know, he's got his... Oh, Putin has his fingers in the Ukraine. Mm-hmm. And that is their main focus.
That sounds so dirty.
I know, right? That's the main focus of their criminal case. The Republicans...
Putin's all-powerful.
Yeah. The Republicans have been having a different range of responses. They've either tried to shift the conversation to something else, or they've been giving half-hearted report for the FBI and Director and Mueller's investigation. Nunez has opened up a separate intelligence committee to look into the Obama-era uranium deal. So we're going to see how that goes. And 2 other committees are want to investigate Clinton.
Damon, I am still really loud. Maddie, turn me down in Discord.
I am.
Like, I am so loud. Like, it's God, I'm so sorry, audience. You don't need to hear my, fucking smoke-ridden, fucking nasty-ass old lady lung talking that loud. You can hear the
Talking about Hillary or yourself, Liz?
She's gonna tell you to go to hell in a minute.
You go fuck yourself.
Alright.
Supposed to play along with the troll that much.
Alright, so here are the 5 committees, and as you can see, because, you know, when you think government, you think triplicate and 5 copies and bullshit. Yes, all these committees are overlapping. In my opinion, they're being rather redundant, because many of them are looking into the same damn thing.
And they'll all come back with different conclusions.
Yeah, because they're all different partisan, they're all different sides of the political spectrum. So there is that problem. And that's, you've got the Justice Department, you've got the Intelligence Committee, you've got all these 5 different committees looking into this, and I bet you none of them are comparing notes.
Dear.
Yeah. None of them are comparing notes. So it wouldn't surprise me if they're tripping over themselves and not knowing it.
Oh, wait, Zeph, what was that happened with those emails this last night?
Well, that's what you're talking about. But last night there was, Assange tweeted out a couple of emails where apparently Trump was... It was like this whole collusion between Hillary Clinton and Trump. Where they were plotting to make her the bad guy, and she was going along with it. she was supposed to be the villain of the story, and he was going to be the successor. And then we were going to have, and afterwards they were going to go to a pool party after they discussed the plan for either making Ben Carson Trump or I forgot the other guy. They were going to make one of the three the actual Republican candidate, because what they do is they'll alternate. They'll go Republican, Democrat, and so the Podesta emails were like, the hacked emails were showing how they just basically flipped from one side to the next to create the illusion of like choice or like the elections are actually a thing, but they had already like pre-picked him, or pre-picked him he was like one of the three, but Hillary was supposed to be the bad guy of the story. It was funny. Yeah, let me find you the let me see if I can find you the tweet, because I actually retweeted it.
Yeah, sorry, Triname, I don't understand what's going on because I've changed the settings in OBS and I've done what they've asked me to, and it's like they keep.
Okay. What you need to do is you need to go into your Windows settings and deal with turning the Discord volume down. You need to then go into Discord itself and turn Zeph up.
Okay, I'm probably gonna have to wind up downloading that voice meter bull junk.
No, don't download voice meter. What you're gonna do is after the show or some point, I'm gonna show you the settings in a Hangout. Okay.
Oh, I tweeted. I gave her the wrong link. Oh, here it is. Okay, so I'm seeing. I'm
all right, that should be better.
Yeah. Now you got to go into Discord and turn Zeph up.
Oh, Ted Cruz, Donald Trump, and Ben Carson.
You're all are fine now, Maddie.
Okay, I found them.
They were known as the Pied Piper candidates.
Okay. That's the Neil says it sounds like a plot from the McCain-Obama South Park episode.
yeah, like they were gonna rob the White House of the gyms underground or something, or the nearby gym facility.
Yeah. And Numbskull's like, by the time everyone is done, everyone in the government will be indicted, but Trump will be fine.
Right.
No, Futter, I only have 2 guests on Friday. Sorry. You can hop in on a chill stream or a live gaming stream, which I'm going to be doing this weekend on my itty bitty baby channel. But other than that, no. Bergdahl. We could learn the sentence as soon as, I don't know why they said Friday when they meant today, but you know, like
today is Friday
for article purposes. Yeah, I know. It could happen today. The military judge deliberated the case on Thursday. In case you don't know that Jeff's name, the judge's name, it's Army Colonel Jeffrey Nance. He's continuing his deliberations today. Bergdahl's attorneys are saying that he suffered enough at the hands of the Taliban that he shouldn't get any prison time, and he just should have a dishonorable discharge on his record. Which I completely disagree with, but then again, defense attorneys, there you go.
They would be, if it was me, they would be trying to save his life.
Right? A psychiatrist testifies saying Bergdahl has schizotypical personality disorder, which makes it hard to understand the consequences of his actions, which is brought on by childhood. Wouldn't this have been caught in a psych eval during like boot camp or AIT?
Why wasn't it that?
Yeah. This is That's what's bugging me.
Look, the Marine Corps caught me and everything before I finished signing all the paperwork.
Yeah.
Well, that's because you kind of radiate crazy. I'm echoing.
Well, no, see, I just have the way he put it and everything. I have an overly aggressive personality, which means I don't back down from squat. I'm a warmonger, basically. Give me the opportunity to shoot and kill, I will shoot and kill.
You know, it's with defense attorneys, you got on one hand say, all right, you're trying, and on the other hand say you're so much full of bull that a constipated bull would just, you know, look at you and go, I need tips. Because this is ridiculous. He deserted his post. He walked away from his post. His only reasoning for doing this is that he was trying to find another post in order to tell that superior officer of the problems he was having at his particular outpost.
That is not what he originally said.
What did he originally say?
One of the original statements that he himself gave, and everything, is he did not want to wage war against any more Muslims. Why? Because his father is Muslim.
So he deserted his post, causing several of his fellow soldiers to go looking for him, which in turn caused a few of them to be killed and many of them to be seriously wounded. Some of them serious enough to be discharged on a med board because they could no longer serve their country.
Lovely.
Yeah, there were some of those soldiers and soldiers' wives testified, I think it was during the week and last week. One suffered a traumatic brain injury and had to be med boarded out. Because of looking for this idiot who decided, I don't want to be on the post anymore. Let me go wander off.
And and all of the talk and things like that he said how badly he was mistreated. Well, why was there video of him smoking cigarettes, shooting a shit with his captors, firing an AK-47 with them on a range?
Yeah, but he was tortured. He was put in a cage and tortured and shit. Right, okay. Get your story straight, honey, because none of us believe you. Golem Dragon, the full transcript of Bo's statement is available. I'm going to need a link to that if you could DM it to me on Twitter. I would love to go through that transcript on a live stream. I would love to do that. Alright, so our next one is, as we all know, there was an attack in New York. New York is reeling and they're in mourning for those that they've lost because they lost 8 people as a driver drove a truck into a heavily populated part of the city. And this happened on October 31st. The Islamic State group calls Saipov a soldier of the caliphate, and yes, they are taking credit for the attack. 2 mosques in Paterson, New Jersey said they've been receiving death threats since the attack. Paterson, New Jersey is where Saipov lived. Trump has called for the death of the attacker, which has opened up defense attorneys' arguments that the president's statement on the incident can taint the jury pool and could possibly disqualify the option of a death penalty for the attacker.
No, all they got to do and everything is just put him in general pop.
No, Ronan isn't panting, he's smoking.
No, the panting is Zeus.
Yeah, Zeus is back there playing with his dog.
She's not wearing a low enough top for that.
So they're still doing that, and I'll keep an eye on that as far as the trial and everything is concerned. Now, back last week, when this was the same concern in the Bergdahl trial, it is actually illegal to allow any outside influences to influence the results and outcome of a trial. They were saying that in a military sense and quoting military law, but it goes the same for criminal, damn it, my brain is farting, criminal trials and things of that nature.
A military tribunal, which is what Bergdahl is facing, even though he's probably didn't go with the full tribunal, because a tribunal would hang him.
Yeah.
There's a lot more and everything, they're just looking for they're taking the way that might get him just as far as they possibly could.
Yeah. Alright, now here we go. We're transitioning into the next part, which is our shout out. So here we go.
Your mother was a hamster and your father smelt of elderberries.
You know you do. It's okay, we accept you and your
Alright, our first recommendation of the morning is from, flip this over to the one I'm actually recommending first. Chris Raygun did The End of the World Raygun recap. He did it in his own special, funny, snarky way. It was very entertaining to watch the whole thing because, this is Chris Raygun. He's spastic, he's funny, he's smart-assed, and, well, he's Chris. So, check that out. I did. And I'm glad I wasn't drinking when he cracked jokes, otherwise I probably would have had water or coffee coming out my nose. Not comfortable. Miss Misa, why I dislike Michael Rowlands. This is, again, she's responding to him.
That was a good one.
Yeah, he's responding.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Responding to him, responding to the major collaboration she did with Irate Bear, Sinatra Says, Bearing, and others, where she literally says, we did not mention Sargon anywhere, and in his response, he mentioned Sargon. She's not
25
being nice.
minutes of. She said 25 minutes of him going on about Sargon. Sargon wasn't even part of the collab.
No, it wasn't. And she is not her typical nice self in this video. She literally ranted for the
She gives warning. She gives a heads up that she's going to be ranting about it, and she also asks that, you know, her very polite manner and everything, that nobody go and harass Michael.
Yep.
For her. Because she dislikes that.
Yep.
I love Misa to death.
Misa's our sweetheart. Misa's the sweetheart.
Yeah, if you ever take off on me and everything, that's gonna be my next ex-wife.
Your next wait.
I'm not. You're stuck with me. I already told you you're stuck with me. Next one, Reaper, our very own Reaper, has Google Plays the Gatekeeper of Information, where he describes him doing Google searches and how Google is skewing the search results.
Ooh, I gotta see that one.
Yeah.
This one was really interesting as well. This really pushes you to look for alternative search engines other than Google. I use DuckDuckGo on occasion, but I am going to be looking for other search engines to use as well. Yeah, I forgot to change the description in the video.
Look, there used to be one that I used a long time ago and everything called Metacrawler. It searched every search engine. And it
What happened to it?
You know, I don't know. I think Google got hold of it and everything, because right when Google started up, Metacrawler suddenly died off. Yeah. So I imagine that they took that particular setup and instituted it into Google, but they obviously control, you know, the parameters that they want to search, because Metacrawler, when you looked up stuff, it was massive. The amount of hits that and it would tell you off of each search engine back then. How many hits were on each search engine, and you could just go through and everything and kind of process of elimination find stuff. It was a great tool for me.
If you refresh your browser, you'll find the updated description. In case you're wondering, the potato of a laptop is sitting over here so I can monitor the live stream strength, because I don't have a second monitor as of yet to completely confuse my ADD. So we're going to go to the last recommendation, was an actual recommendation off of YouTube that I found interesting. This is off Unique Name of Saurus, and the title of it is You Should Pirate Anime. And they go into very in-depth reasons as to why, because a lot of the streaming services that stream the anime that we love don't have a lot of the services that we're looking for. And they're very limited in what they do. And he even goes into the description of some of these people have exclusive contracts with some of these anime companies, so you can't find the anime on any other legal streaming sites. So he goes through a list of what he thinks should be changes in the system in order to make these streaming sites a little more enticing to the anime community. And like I said, this was a completely random find, but this was interesting. So,
like randomness.
Sometimes you find good stuff. Alright, let me see here. And now, we're going to go for our cancer for the... Yep, it's Friday, and you know what Friday means, chat. Friday means cancer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Feminist professor claims traditional science is racist. Embraces, quote, scientific illiteracy, unquote. This is an article from October 24th of this year. Despite holding a PhD in neuroscience, a women's studies professor has called for a switch to a, quote, feminist approach to knowledge production, unquote, founded on, quote, scientific illiteracy, unquote. In other words, just throw science out the window because feelings are more important. Woot!
Feelings equate to logic. Yay!
Right. Giordano left the field of neuroscience to become a women's studies professor at the University of California, Davis. Oy. Boy, who's surprised about that one, right? In a recent essay for Catalyst, a, quote, feminist theory, unquote, journal, Giordano explained her feelings toward the sciences. She claims that science has earned its epistemic authority through its co-constitution with colonization and slavery, and relies on a colonial and racialized form of power. Wow. The buzzword terminology is very highbrow in that sentence. She also claims science is not...
we are so intelligent. Sorry.
I know. Well, this is the part where we can rip something completely apart. We can be totally unprofessional in this part because it's cancer.
Yay! I get to take my pants off.
She also claims science is not only rooted in racism, but actually used to prolong racism and colonial practices. Oh, good Lord. At the root of the justification for social inequality, then, is Western science, she says, alleging the scientific distinction between humans and non-humans has allowed capitalism to become justified as a natural economic system.
What?
Yeah. Talk about word salad. Let me read that again. At the root of the justification for social inequality, then, is the Western science, she says, alleging the scientific distinction between humans and non-humans has allowed capitalism to become justified as a natural economic system.
What the fuck?
Right?
Well, I'm pretty sure she will go far in her feminist studies and everything, because as a someone that's in the study of the brain, evidently her synapses aren't firing on all cylinders.
She must be one of those vegans that's B12 deficient.
That's beyond a B12 deficiency. That's we're throwing moon rocks from the moon to do harm to people on Earth. Stupid.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Mr. Ripper. Knowledge production sounds like propaganda to me. Knowledge is not produced; it is discovered.
Welcome to a country that was founded on colonialism.
Right.
If you don't like it, please turn in your citizenship and leave.
Right? The professor believes by creating alternate facts, feminists can ensure science is not conflated with the truth.
Oh, what? Back up. But alternate
Say that in English.
facts.
Say that in English.
I'm going to say it again. The professor believes by creating alternate facts, talk about 1984-ish, feminists can ensure science is not conflated with the truth.
Science has always been the pursuit of the truth, the absolute truth,
Yeah.
from theory to law.
Yeah. What do you...
The truth cannot be conflated with the truth.
Right? Exactly.
Translation. Your facts do not coincide with my personal beliefs and everything, so you must believe as I do.
Right? Neil says women's studies are word salad studies. I guess that's the best they can cook.
I refuse to be proven that I am wrong and everything, so you have to throw science out the window.
Right, exactly. We need to disrupt the epistemic authority of science and the assumption that science equals truth, she
No,
writes.
it's a pessimistic.
I'm reading it right. She writes, adding that this can be accomplished by implementing a feminist science practice that explicitly unsticks science from the truth.
Then it's not science, it's conjecture and theory.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, yeah, don't ever tell anybody that in their little groups, especially like telling a creation is like the theory of evolution. So if you tell a feminist something about like the theory of what was it that they're afraid of? It was like one of these theories about genetics and stuff like that, and since it was a theory, but it was like a proven theory, like, type thing.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I can't remember it. Somebody in the chat, there was a feminist that were going off on a theory, saying, well, it's just a theory. Oh, I can't remember what it was. Chat, somebody help me out with this.
Here we go. Numbskull, it's probably more I hate being wrong. This needs to be easier for me. Followed up by Neil saying, epistemic. I think the author learned a new word recently.
Oh my god.
Exactly. Not only does Giordano refuse to explain what she means by separating science from the truth, she also doesn't give any examples of scientific knowledge that can benefit from feminism. Why are we not surprised? However, one comment made about her by a former student who took her class gives an insight into what she means by separating science from the truth. This class was easy if you regurgitate everything the professor thinks. This class is also denied scientific findings and went against evolutionary findings. Professor talks about herself too much, wrote the former student.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn. The burn.
The burn.
The burn unit. Let's get some cold water for that burn.
Exactly.
My God.
Despite this, she hopes her essay opens up questions about what kinds of scientific illiteracy we might embrace to destabilize science and remake knowledge production. Although she has a PhD in neuroscience from Emory University.
Oh my God! And she got it from here. That fucking hoe bag got that shit from here. I'm doing something about Emory now.
I'm sure Emory University wants to disavow her ever getting
the table and tell them what time it is.
Yeah, I'm sure Emory University wants to disavow ever giving her the PhD.
They need to take that fucking PhD back.
Yeah. She hopes people will soon embrace an irreverent disdain for traditional science and instead practice feminist science, adding it's time for much needed.
That where, like, you free bleed down a beaker or something?
No.
Feminist science. That is fucking lunacy. That's absolute lunacy.
It is. They said much needed anti-science, anti-racist, feminist approach to knowledge production. So that's, yeah, that wasn't cancer at all. I think
women on their periods are better at doing
chemo. That's fucking terminal.
Oh my God, like the way you get, your 10 years after you get the 9th person arrested for sexual harassment.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. There you go. That's the appropriate little memeage right
there. And on the
there.
heels of that, I found some more funny memes, and this one is just so apropos. Hold on there, you fucktard anal flap. Did you just go full throttle twat waffle?
Pretty much. That's what
You just
happened.
went full retard out there. You never go fucking full retard.
I know, I love it when my fun section coincides with the cancer section. This is great. There was a work safety meeting in work today. They asked me, what steps would you take in an event of a fire? Fucking big ones was the wrong answer. I think dildo is a perfectly acceptable insult. I'd call you a dick, but you're not real enough.
Oh.
Ow.
Morning, Jason. Guys, when a woman is mad, just tell her she's overreacting. She'll realize you're right and calm down.
Oh. No. Big bag of nope.
Yeah, it doesn't work for Maddy either and everything. Honey, don't you think you're overreacting?
Don't tell me I'm fucking overreacting.
God.
After 2 nights in the car, she let me come back inside.
Go. You want me to over fucking react? I'll show you some fucking overreact.
Right? Can you be serious for 1 second? Me. It's a picture of Snoop Dogg in a funny ass hat. Oh God, that's funny. Cashier, whoa, big plans tonight? Me, shut the hell up, Susan, and do your job. Cucumber, wine, and chocolate. Some people just suck the fucking nice right out of you. Isn't that the truth?
That sounds like a porn.
It's all upside down. Let's just nuke it and get it over with. Let's build bunkers.
Right?
Yeah.
The exact spot my zipper broke, and it is a large Well, a largish pothole in the shape of a penis. We've got, if you are going to call the cops every time you spot me in your bushes, I don't think this relationship is going to work.
Yeah, you gotta let him catch you at least once.
Hey, Levi, welcome to the chat.
Don't ever let Levi submit memes.
I usually find these on Pinterest.
Just don't ever fucking let that bastard submit memes.
I usually
I've seen Levi's memes. No.
You know. Alright, let's see here. We have our live streams. Yay! Alright, so at 7:30 this morning, if you didn't catch it, 7:30 Monday through Friday, Eastern Standard Time, our own author, Arthur, has Rhetorical Sunrise at 7:30 in the morning. That's Eastern Standard Time, where he discusses all sorts of different things, from reacting to comments to commentating on things he found on the internet. Rhetorical also has a second link in the description section linking to a blog series about how to avoid copyright infractions so you can avoid being flagged by copyright or having copyright disputes. He's also going to bring it into a video series, and he is currently raising funds through his website so he can make it to Base Mama's Kilroy event, where he will be talking about copyright issues. He used to work in that department, handling copyright complaints, and he is our go-to guy whenever we want to tell people, can I get away with this or no?
When is Kilroy anyway? Does anybody remember?
It's in April. I'm gonna have to ask Base Mama.
Yeah.
Oh, it's in April?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, everything works out accordingly and everything. You'll be there.
Yep. Ghost Poo Podcast is at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This time it's on Sinatra's channel. Don't ask me why they call it Ghost Poo. I have no clue. Jason Brazeal has Jason's Pub at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Scribe Light is hosting Lords of the Night with our favorite monkey and some dumb American. Not my name, hers. At 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so we've got fundraiser for Magnus Deacon. Being a professional driver has its demands, but when you're an owner-operator like Deacon, you're also responsible for fuel and any repairs when your truck needs them. And that's the rough spot where our beloved Magnus is in right now. He had to make repairs to the tune of $12,000 on his rig, leaving him in the hole financially. He can get a loan, but he's about $2,500 short, I gotta update this, of reaching the point where he can get one. His truck is also his home, where he eats, sleeps, and streams with Wren, Red Robot, and others. Remember, it's truckers that deliver to your grocery, electronic, and mega stores. They make sure we have what we need every day. So it's time we give back to them by helping one who needs a hand up. And his PayPal link is also in the description. So
Yay.
Always shilling that out. Gotta help out old Magnus. Yep, I know. Everybody's kind of strapped for cash at present. So, let me see. Tomorrow, I am going to try and do a stream around noon, where I'm going to be live streaming Shadowrun Returns. And on Sunday, I'm going to try and stream Chapter 2 of Scare the Shit Out of Me. I mean, Bendy and the Ink Machine. So, yeah. Be on the lookout for those particular announcements, because those will be on my little baby gaming channel, because I am trying to build that one up.
Can you play Minecraft?
I really don't. I can't get into Minecraft for some reason.
I've got a realm that I'm going to be making for adults at some point. So you might want to try it if you want to try it with me. We can totally make penises out of blocks.
I'll see, because when I saw my nephew play it, I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to get into that or not, because, yes, Hunley, I can cook. Oh, let's see here. So, that was our Friday show. Once again, thank you for Liz Reptile and Zephanorian being on.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I wasn't exactly a talkative fuck during the entire thing, but I was actually like taking in the news. Like, I was sitting here sipping my coffee, and I'm like, all right, let's do this.
Yep.
Yeah, it's nice. You know what? It's nice not being in control for once. I'll tell you that much, because God I'm so tired of being in control. It's nice just to sit back and go, I'm helping every once in a while and like scratch my shit, you know, it's like nice.
And we have a forbidden thinker coming in at the last minute. So, before... Huh?
She said, hey, forbidden.
Oh, yeah.
I was saying
Forbidden Thinker's here, guys.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and just shut it down because he's here.
Well, it is the end of the
fuck
show.
that guy.
And before I roll the intro, it's time for me to do my usual. May your coffee ever flow, may your caffeine be ever strong, and may you have an absolutely fantastic Friday.